Hello darklings, my name is Sanniz, I'm an Eldergoth from Sweden, and today I thought we should take some inspiration from the 80s. But first we take the intro and see you soon. Hello darklings, my name is Sanniz, I'm an Eldergoth from Sweden, and today I thought we should do a little different thing. I'm gonna put on some makeup and maybe chatting for a while, then I'm gonna see if I speed it up or not. It depends on how long it's gonna be, and in the end I'm gonna come back with a completed outfit. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna do an 80s inspired big idol for me from the 80s. That was a big icon star for me when I was a little teenager kid like that in the 80s, and I thought we should introduce Madonna. Yeah, she's maybe not goth, but as you know, she have a style that is very goth-like. But we need to start, else it's gonna take forever, and I'm gonna have to do this so it's not gonna mess it up. And I thought actually I'm gonna put on some foundation today. I'm not gonna show anything what I'm doing because I don't think that people should have to buy it exactly the same. If you don't want to use it, you don't use it. If you have other brands, use them. You use whatever you like. And I'm gonna try to talk and not maybe be as slow like I usually be when I do this type of stuff, but we have to see. It's a little different. I'm gonna move the mirror a little closer. I'm gonna see how we're gonna do. But yeah, I don't usually use, I have moisturized my face just before, and excuse my hair and everything gonna be sorted before the end. I just take it away, so gonna look a little better. And this mirror is pointed totally wrong. I should want to have a little better place, and I should want even better vision so I can see what I'm doing a little better, because that's the main thing when I'm doing this type of videos. Is hard for me because I don't have vision for it. I'm short-sighted, plus I have this age-related thing with the vision now too, so I need to use other type of glasses so I can both read and see on distance. So it's a pain in the ass actually to have it. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna use false eyelashes. If I do, I'm not gonna take very big probably, because I don't think the most of the stores really use them in that type of way like they do today, with all those big thing everywhere. So my thought behind this look is that it's gonna be like an 80s inspired from a big icon star from the 80s that meant a lot for me in the beginning, and also be the person I am today, and tell how I discovered her too, and that type of thing. We're gonna go through that. I'm not gonna give too much information, but yeah, I'm gonna start with talking, and I'm gonna see if we're gonna just speed it up so it's not gonna be forever before we come back, because else you maybe get tired to watch this thing, and some people don't have any patience. And I thought we should put on some contour, so yeah, we continue with that. And like we usually use some type of brownish color for it, so it's nothing special. And my thought behind this look is to keep it a little more simpler, not too much, but I'm gonna do it in a version that is inspired from her in the 80s, and the style that I maybe was a little more like in some cases too back in the day, because I took a lot of inspiration from her because I really loved her. And I'm gonna make it a little more goth, maybe, even if she looks very goth for some parts, but maybe not that extreme look that most people put together that a goth should look like, because like, you know, goth have a lot of different styles. I'm gonna tone down the more extreme version, but still maybe keep it in that range, you know. So we get it goth. And now you just wonder, how did you discover Madonna? Because you're not living in the States, and it was during the 80s. We didn't have Spotify, Bandcamp and internet at all. So it was not that easy in the same way. We have some music on TV, we had music on the radio, we had friends that maybe bought more albums, maybe you yourself bought albums too. I used to buy some, but I still didn't have the money directly for it, so it was all for the radio station, or you record for someone that already had something. So that's the way we went through. So I was not old. Her first album came out, I think it was 83, if I remember right. But I didn't discover her yet back then, because that was a little early. And it should take a little longer for her to actually gonna be bigger in Sweden too. So, and I had this friend, the best friend back then, in those younger years. We don't have any contact anymore. We grew apart when we started school when we were 16 years old. After that we didn't really meet anymore directly so much anymore, so we got away. But before that we was very tight friends. How do you like my cup? Or mug? And I need to drink a little, and this is my coffee for the day. And yeah, she had two big brothers, and we need to continue. And the makeup was, when it came to Madonna, she didn't wear that, how should I say, visual in that type of way. So it's more like a nuded with maybe some reddish and that type of things in. So we're gonna keep it simple, but we're gonna still do some moments. So I'm gonna still use white, because I like to put that. Oh, maybe we should do the eyebrows first. We do the eyebrows first. Sorry. It's easy for me to do my makeup then. I don't have that visible eyebrows, so I'm gonna take some help. Yeah, I had my friends, and she had two bigger brothers, and they were a lot into music, but there were two opposite poles of them, because one liked more the old-fashioned hard rock. It was not really metal back then in the same way like it is today. But if you think like Bon Jovi, AC/DC, Kiss, and that type of things, Alex Cooper, you see that type of rock. He was a lot of passion in that type of thing. And the other brother was more into pop, disco, and that type of thing. So it was much like Amanda Lear, Diana Ross, Donna Summer, the things that was trendy on the pop lists, of course. And you name it, all that popular things. So it was easy to get those things from him, and if you liked something a little different, you went to the older brothers, and that was a good way to get a little more music that you didn't have, without having, like when you usually did this recording by radio, sorry, you have this radio DJ that always is there either the beginning or the end, or even both. So it was very hard to actually get a full song in that type of way that you can get today. And yeah, so that was a perfect way to do the mixtapes, to see what they had and record it from there. My friend didn't always share my music taste, because she was a little more like her other brother and that type of things, and she liked other bands too, that was a little more on the popular side, if you know what I'm meaning, like Kajagoogoo and those band. I'm not sure I pronounce it right, but in Sweden we say Kajagoogoo. She liked Limo, and you know, that type of thing. So that's what we were listening to. So now I have eyebrows, so now we can do what I wanted to do. Yeah, so continuing with the story. It's gonna drag out too long. So yeah, that was a perfect match, and it was actually a younger one with the pop music that got me interested of Madonna. And one day I was sitting and shaking through his different new albums he had been born lately, because he did do buy a lot, and I was very interested to see what it was. Not all the time I knew from the directly which artist this was, if I haven't heard him play that artist before, and suddenly this cover, I'm gonna put it somewhere, got my attention. Really got my attention. And he hadn't directly listened to it either, he just bought it because he took some chances sometimes, and sometimes he liked the things and sometimes he didn't. He didn't bother that much that, because he thought that it was okay to have a little more to play around with, because you know, if you have friends and have your parties home and that type of things, you have a lot of different music and always something for everyone. So I was thinking, this looks interesting. I love the look. She looks awesome. And that was Madonna. Right up in my alley when it comes to that. And I'm gonna try to find the right brush. So I'm gonna start with using some brownish color like a base, but we're not gonna go too dark, so I think we'll go to this one and do this like a... So that got my attention like a virgin. That was actually Madonna's second album that came out 84, I think it was. Oh, I took it wrong now. Attention, attention, please. Yeah, so that really got me, and I was thinking, oh my god, what is this? This looks really fantastic. And she looks awesome. And this was Madonna, and the funny thing with Madonna is that it's actually almost exactly 10 years between us. She's 10 years older. We are born both in August, but she's a little earlier in August, a little later, but I should be close to her date if I was born when I was calculated to arrive, if you call it that way. And I thought it was very inspiring to see her, because she had this attitude and this strong thing about her, and that she did her own thing, didn't care about how the other ones looked. Even if during the 80s, I think it felt like sometimes that we were a little more free to be ourselves without having to coping on this, because many people put together whatever they felt for. So it was not that you have to look a certain way to be that way or whatever. We went for what we liked. And yeah, it was very funny. And I thought, okay, this looks interesting, and I hope it's gonna be as interesting as it looks like. And of course I don't get the pencil line after. I'm gonna take a little darker one. What did I drop now? Wait. Back again. Yeah, so we're gonna take a darker one. See which one that attracts me. I think I take a little more that type of brownish. So yeah, I thought that she looked very cool. She looked like a woman that go her own way, don't care what the fellow says. She did her own thing. And like I said, Madonna was born 1958 in August, and she had this other type of background, like from Italy, and I think her mom was from Canada, France related, that type of thing. And she grew up in Michigan in US, and she was Catholic too, so you know, Catholics and church and Christianity, you know, is a bit maybe harder than for other people. So she had that type of thing going on, and her family was relatively big, you can say. If you compare with some families today that maybe don't have that much siblings anymore, of different reasons. So at least she started very early to get interested in things, and she liked classical music and all that type of things, and she started to take ballet dances, and she also took piano lessons and that type of things. So she was good on a lot of things, and she discovered that she was actually really good at dancing. And she thought that ballet is not maybe what she wanted to do, so she actually started to go with other type of dances too, and ended up in different type of things. And then she also realized the thing about music, and she was in another band first too before she tried to start her own career with Madonna. You know, the first album I think was named Madonna, and there you have all the Holiday, Like a Star and Borderline, I think was one of the songs. I'm not sure if I'm 100% correct in my memory, because my memory sometimes fail me. But yeah, she was really great in that type of stuff, so she started that way, and she's been very controversial too, so, and I think she's a good role model when it comes to stand up for people that maybe don't, or in a situation when people not always that nice to them. So for me, she always been a good person, no matter that maybe some people don't like everything she do. You don't have to like a person all the way up. We're not created in the same way. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can add something else then. Should we go for artistry here? It's like the red brown. Yeah, so she started her career, and she been very controversial and very among, and maybe not always nice from other people, especially from the male world, because she's a strong woman, and when she did things that maybe males get away with, she was getting all the other type of things against her, and yeah, they were not that nice. And she always taken her standpoint when it comes to other stuff like LBQT, and especially when it comes to that when people started to get sick in AIDS. So she done a lot of that type of work too, even if she also wanted to push that a woman or anyone else, no matter really, should have rights for their sexuality without being judged. And she was judged because she also had the opportunity to actually have young men in her partnerships during some years. But if a male had the same with a younger woman, no one gonna say more than, oh, he's lucky. But because she had younger men as a partner, then, oh, you should see the rumor. Because a woman that is older can't have a younger man. But you can. I am evidence on that. Trevor is younger, 3 years younger. So you can. You can. So yes, it was a lot of that type of things going on, and she was sometimes even banned with some of the songs and all that type of stuff. So what are we gonna try to do now? I thought I wanted to add some other colors in it to make it a little more look, but still getting a little more modern goth vibe on it, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna go over to Victoria Lovelace Blood Countess. Is that palette? Maybe I should show it that way. And I thought I wanted to go in with that little pinkish tone here. I'm gonna add it a little here in this area. So yeah, she was a strong person that did go her own way, didn't care what the male in this world. And remember, artists always have more trouble if they are from a weaker sex or something, or if you are maybe in LBQT, you not be like the males. But everybody knows how it goes later. You have Freddie Mercury and all those type of things that show the opposite, that you don't have to be a straight man, especially not a straight white man or something, to succeed. But still, back then and still today, you can meet some of those things against you. So I think it's good that we have people that always dare to be themselves and don't care about that others decide how you have to be. And that I think is great. So yeah, I found her and saw this album, and I started to listen to it and realized it's not just a cover with a cool pic. She actually had music I loved, and I still love those. I've not followed directly her latest ones, because I think I lost track when it comes later, when the song's Frozen and those. I think that was around that area when I stopped buying everything with her, because before that I bought her everything she had because I was really crazy into her, and my dressing style was very inspired of her. Even my hair during a while was very inspired from some parts of her. Little later from like a version, but I did try to have something similar even from the start, but my hair didn't cooperate. But when she had this little curly type of things you see from the videos and everything, express yourself and those, I tried to have it like that, and I think it went good too. And yeah, she was a big role model and I did enjoy her, and no matter what people say, she's always gonna be a fantastic artist. You can't take that away from her. And yeah, she might have changed, but people aging and people maybe have more on them than they should have. If they've been a male, they maybe have it easier. So I think it's not fair always to judge a successful woman all the time in that type of way, because I admire her, I still admire her. I don't always agree with things when she changed her other thing with surgery or something like that. At least to say she done, because I think she is a beautiful person without having surgery, and that you should be allowed to all to age too. I don't think she looked bad when she was aging either. And what should I think? I think we take this on the lid so to make it a little more popping. I'm gonna try something else, but we'll take it just in a bit. Yeah, so she was a big thing, and she had a style that I really adore. She was very much involved even with different things. She did movies, she did of course her music career that really took off, and no one can say that she wasn't not the big pop queen during the 80s, and even a long time after she was the queen, because she sold a lot of albums. And yeah, it went very well, and she went into some musicals too. I think she played in one role as Evita in a movie, and of course she was in a lot of movies too, and one of my favorites was Desperately Seeking Susan, but I had other favorites too, and she had all the type of things, and many times with subjects that showed that women can handle it harder sometimes. We're gonna see if we have something in this one we can use. Not in this one, so we're gonna pause. I wanted to add a little more luxury to it, so I think see if they have some shimmer that is called a little darker. I'll take from this one maybe. So just deepen it up in this bit. It's not shimmer, but you know what I mean. It's a little sparkly enough, even if it's not that visible. But yeah, I thought that was a great way to have a star. That could be this role model and everything, and she was cool in any way. She even wear fashions that was special made for her, especially on her concerts. So many of the big ones did love to make things for her, and I did love her style, like I said. But yeah, that was later how I discovered it was just accidentally. It was not like I knew her directly. I just saw this album, and it was actually first 85 she started to take off when it comes to Sweden. I'm gonna wash my fingers back again. So we're gonna see if we're gonna which one I had for what. Now I don't remember which one I had for what, so we're gonna do a little like this to blend it in a little bit better. But yeah, I did love a lot of things with her, and she is an amazing person, and she had done a lot for different people. No matter what people think about her, they should look at themselves, because she have really worked her ass off, if you should say so, like that. And it's not easy, especially during the 80s. For anyone that have a special type of style, it was not directly maybe the first time mainstream people were thinking of, because you've been often judged for something, and because she came from Catholic background, so it's even harder than you can imagine, especially when she did all those videos and everything. So like prayer was one of them that was very talked about. So I think we don't really understand how it is back then, really, before we do something similar. I'm gonna try to add some eyeliner, but not that much. See if I can do it whilst you're looking. My hands are not 100% okay today, so I'll try to keep it okay-ish. I need a harder talk when I try to concentrate and have your hands a little more under control. So sorry if I go silent. She didn't have directed much to wing anyway, so I'm not gonna go and do that. I'm gonna pause and we're coming back soon. And of course, my hands is a little stupid, so I had to compensate. That made it bigger eyeliner than I was hoping for, but you have to deal with it, because that's the way how it goes sometimes. I don't have steady hands with my handicap. But I'm not gonna do some ordinary eyeliner in the eye corner, because it's just gonna keep it a little more like her. And plus we have Goth styles that actually don't have that much eyeliner in the same way, so coffee is always nice, isn't it? So maybe a little mascara. So yeah, she didn't hit before closer to 85 in Sweden, and that was with the next album after, Like a Virgin. And that is a little surprising, because I thought already back then, but I don't remember when Desperately Seeking Susan came out, so I need to check that out before I post. I'm gonna see if I can remember to add that, because that can have an impact on everything when the popularity came to Sweden, because I know that movie was really popular. I'm gonna add small eyelashes to make the look pop a little more, because I don't have the fancy big eyelashes that some people have. So plus they are not that dark natural either, so of course it's not always enough with some mascara on. Oh shit. You're not supposed to blink, ruin the makeup, but that is happened too. But nothing we can't save up, can we? So yeah, it took a while, and before she went popular. So I think I have soon bored you enough, because it's not meant to show every step I do in the makeup. I just wanted to talk a little, so I can talk about how I discovered her, and that was actually by accident, and that it was before she was even hitting in Sweden. And that is, she is a really amazing woman, still are, no matter what people say, because people should try to do the same like she have, and she had done so much for other people too. So I think don't judge the book for the cover. That's what I'm telling you. There's a little bit how we Goth sometimes have too, that we've been judged by look, especially if we have a visual Goth look, and then people judge us. They can judge us already for our black clothes if we wear a lot of black, and yeah. And when it comes to the outfit itself, I'm gonna try to put together a little like inspiration. I'm gonna put a little picture here and there so you can see a little how she looked like during the 80s. Of course you already know, but I wanted to take something I already have, except for I have one part is the skirt I'm gonna use that I actually recently thrifted, and that was for less than £6-7 American dollars or euros. So I think it was worth it, because I'm probably gonna use it for other things too. I don't just buy for having for one thing, but I thought instead of using things you have already probably seen, then maybe it's not so close to the 80s, even if the style could be the 80s. So I thought this one suits a little better, because that goes closer to how she looked like. And I'm gonna try to put together what I have, and next time you see me, you will see the ready style. So I'm gonna finish my makeup, but this is how it goes so far, and see you soon. Bye. Are you ready, ducklings? Here I come. So, did I succeed with my challenge? Can you see who's the inspiration? And I still kept it me, but with a little inspiration from my 80s icon star Madonna. And if you like my type of content, please consider to subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to press the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And for all ducklings and returners, love you all. Thanks for your support. You're the best. And if you always come back but haven't subscribed yet, please consider to do that. And give me likes and give me comments. But you don't have to be rude. If you don't like my content, just go away. There is other channels for you too. And like I said, this was my little inspiration. Jeans jacket, net shirt, net gloves, lots of jewelry. Of course I can take this off so you can see a little more, because you don't see so much with the jeans jacket on. And yeah, take it down a bit. Lot of jewelry, layers, we had that. And of course we had our belts, but we usually didn't put them on the other side around like they do nowadays, because we had the belts in the front, at least in Sweden. And yeah, I thought it was cute. This is a thrifted skirt, it didn't cost that much, and I thought it was worth it. Else, I want you all to stay safe, stay well, and be nice to each other. Love you all, thanks for watching, bye.